Yo, time is 8:42 p.m. I'm gonna watch The Great Gatsby. So, starting at, yeah, starting now. The subtitles are off. Okay, let me just pause and get a good subtitle. Why would they have a subtitle track for it that is the wrong one? Okay, so this isn't even loading on. Stupid website. I think there's one called Subtitle Cat. Here it is. And this isn't working either. Bro, that's so off. Okay, this is working now. Okay, so starting now. can't be bothered watching this. I already know how it goes. Oh well. Let's just play GTA. It's too boring. I have to hold my attention and stuff. The fuck is on him? Carolites. Okay. Good for them. Never ordered that before. Oh shit, that's loud. Why are movies so quiet? Okay, you can get off my screen now. Oh, it's fucking bugged. It's fucking bugged. Jesus Christ. No, it's not. It's weird how I can play this for ages, but I can't watch a movie. Because you don't have to focus in GTA. It's also because I've already seen The Great Gatsby. I don't really need to watch it again. Bro, why can't I get my car delivered? Uh, this life sucks. I think it's this guy, what's his name? Joel. I think it's because he's in here. Oh my god. What the fuck? It didn't even get delivered. Oh god. What the fuck? Why are they there? What the fuck? Ah, I didn't even realize there was three people just standing there. What the fuck? Blow up my car. I'm so bleak these days. I can't even just eat food because I throw up and get indigestion and bopping stomach gas. How many times is this gonna change vehicles? He was in a, a Night Shark, now he's in an Oppressor. The fuck? Idiot. He should have been knocked off though. He just whacked into something. Crazy. Fucking dodge that shit. Scheiße. Yeah, I got him. feels with me. No way he doesn't die. What the fuck? I'm hitting him. That's crazy. It's literally right next to him. Women have it so much easier when it comes to relationships, bro. They've got way more opportunities. The guy is expected to take care of them. It couldn't be easier, seriously, compared to the male perspective. You have to do everything. You have to be super desirable just to get any opportunities with, people on absolute bottom of the barrel. Fucking crazy. Even if you are like mid-level, you will get largely the worst, like the worst stuff. And if you're below that, you get the most worst stuff, the most worst options, if any. It's fucking bullshit. It's retarded. Like, whenever I hear women complaining about this shit, like that song, it's like, bro, whenever I hear them complaining about this, it's like, it's absurd. Because it's like well known they don't have it as bad. The difficulty for women is picking a good partner, which is also an issue for men, except men have like super few opportunities to do it, largely, unless they're like higher status. It's fucking stupid. Like it's not equal at all. The average, like the below average male experience is the experience of like the bottom of the barrel woman. By being a below average man probably still has a worse experience than a bottom of the barrel, like bottom 15% woman. It's literally like probably at least twice as bad. Like the bottom third of men probably has it worse than the bottom 15% of women. and it scales like that. The bottom 1% of men has it worse than probably the bottom 10% of men has it worse than virtually all women. And it would be very rare for a woman to not be doing better off and not have a better position and you know situation, a likely situation at least. It's not guaranteed, but on average, I would say the bottom 10% of men have it worse than all women. Probably the bottom 15% of men have it worse than most women, minus maybe 95% of women, right? People say like, oh, and like ChatGPT lies and shit, and it says stupid shit that applies to average people, which is like, oh, they care about personality as well. Oh, but like, your values and your ethics matter. No, they don't. Nobody cares about that shit if you've got chronic illness and you're overweight. They don't care. They won't even give you a chance in the first place to express any of those things about yourself. You won't even get to express any of these things about yourself. They won't even get to learn any of these things because it's an immediate no. They won't even interact with you if you have chronic illness and you're overweight. That is a fact. That is a reality. They won't even interact with you unless they absolutely have to because it's like part of their job or something. Women consider people like me, people in my position, and it's men as well, consider people like me repulsive, right? That's the reality. I can't even get interactions with people who I don't find repulsive, right? And my standard is way lower, and the only people I can get anything with is people who are worse than me. That's how it is. This is the fucking hypergamy thing in effect. Women won't even give you an opportunity if they think you're less than them. If women think that you're less than them, if you appear less than the woman, they won't even give you an opportunity to interact with them, to express who you are as a person, to get to know you, etc., etc. They won't even do that. They won't even interact with you. Or if they do interact with you, it will be either strictly professional or from the repeatedly pushed perspective of I'm not looking for a relationship. When women say I'm not looking for a relationship, what they mean is I'm not looking for a relationship with you. Because they will find one with someone else, and they are looking for one with someone else. This is just a lie that they tell people. Most women who say, I'm not looking for a relationship, actually are looking for relationships. They're just not looking for relationships with you, right? They won't even interact with you if they consider you less than them, which is the vast majority of women will consider you less than them if you are overweight and have chronic illness. Because the vast majority of people don't have chronic illness and aren't overweight, right? Even overweight ones who don't have chronic illness will reject you, right? And the only ones that you get is the ones with mental illness or that is like bad and noticeable, personality issues where it's like this person's gonna be one of these people who like explodes all the time. So Orion Taraban said like a bomb. He said they're like a bomb. They explode. Well, you can tell what these people are like. Neurotic and personality issues. Mental illness, basically. The only people, minus one, the only people I've had who have liked me, expressed like for me, are either like significantly less attractive than I am, or they've got like mental illness, personality issues. That is all of them. I can't even get girls with chronic illness, bro. I can't even get girls with chronic illness to like me, right? I can't even get a girl with ME/CFS. that is attractive to me. Okay. The only thing where I think my standards are too high is I have a preference for like East Asian girls who are not very prevalent here. That's the only area where my standard is like way too high. But the reality is, I don't even get likes on dating apps from chronically ill girls who certainly exist. At the same time, they're not interested because chronically ill girls, largely, I don't think that they want to get with a chronically ill guy. They want to get with a normal guy who can take care of them. Like, that's the point, isn't it? Who can take care of them and, you know, that sort of thing. It would be great if there was, if in dating we had some kind of, you know, solidarity amongst people in similar positions, but there's not because specifically the women aren't interested. The women aren't interested in people who would be their equals, their matches. They're not interested in that, you know? I've been on apps for people with chronic illness and and disabilities and all this, and I've sent out heaps of likes to different people and girls and whoever, and I don't think any of them liked me back, right? None of them liked me back. Oh, and the other one is like religious Muslim girls from Indonesia. That's the third category, which is, and one of them I got scammed, so you can't even trust them. They're like untrustworthy and they just want your money largely. And these Indonesian girls, largely, they just want your money and they just want to come to your country and get a job and get residency and then they'll leave you behind because they're not actually interested in you as a person. Or they've got a white fetish, which I mean, I can't say much. I can't have an Asian fetish, but they've got a white fetish because these cultures that's what they have, and they're not actually interested in you as a person at all. They're interested in like just you're like a thing for them to possess. ChatGPT lies and says, "Oh, it's not a status thing." Yes, it is. It is a status thing. It's totally about looks, status, and money. That's how it is. That's how dating is. That's the dating market. It's all about looks, how attractive you are physically, and maybe a bit of personality. Then it's about your status, and then it's about your money. When I was in I know this is true because when I was in high school, I had a lot of girls that were interested in me. I had a lot of opportunities that I couldn't take, but nonetheless they were there. I was generally able to get a girl that I liked to like me back. That was the reality. I was generally able to get a girl that I liked to like me back, and that happened multiple times, many times. Didn't always work out, but um, well, I mean, it never worked out technically because it wasn't really allowed to be a formal thing. But I had opportunities in school. Why? Because I looked good. I was healthy, healthy weight. I put a lot of effort into my appearance. I looks like I came from a wealthy background because I was like upper class style, and I had a pretty good personality, which has now changed because of my life situation. The experiences I've had has made me arguably a worse person to a lot of people. I think I'm more real now, but most people don't appreciate that because they want to live in fantasy world. And I had good status because I was a smart student. I had a lot of like friends and stuff. I was known as a high quality, high value guy. I was a high value man in school, right? And I lost all of that. I've lost all of that. Now, I used to have my looks, and I used to get girls looking at me when I was a lower weight. Now that doesn't happen anymore because I'm not even physically attractive anymore. Even when I lost like everything else, I lost my status. I have no money. My I got all these health issues. I still had my looks before they put me on these drugs again, and now I've lost my looks as well. Now I've got nothing. Now I've got none of these things, and of course nobody even moderately attractive is interested. Nobody even, I don't even mean moderately. I mean nobody who is like even like reasonable unattractive. I mean people who are like super unattractive are interested in me. And that's it. And people will be like, "Oh, you should be glad you get any," says the person who has an extremely easy time getting attractive people to like them. Says the people who have everything. It's like rich people telling poor people that they should be glad that they have anything at all and that they're not slaves and dead, right? That's total bullshit. And I've caused zero of this myself. I have caused none of it myself. All of it has been brought onto me by external circumstances that I've had no control over at all, that I've had no choice in. It has just been done to me, forced on me, and I'm just forced to live with it. And it's just torture. It's just fucking torture, and I have to live with it every day. And it never gets better. I tell you 100%, it never gets better. It never gets better. It never gets better. It never gets better. It's always bad. Every day is shit. It never gets better. It doesn't get better. It never will. It's not able to because the circumstances that would allow it to get better aren't allowed to exist or occur. They're not allowed to happen. You're not allowed to get better. That's the reality. You're not allowed to improve. You're not allowed to have a better life. You're not allowed to live a better life. Nobody understands, and people make up stupid fucking reasons why this. Oh, it just has to be that way. Oh, you should do this. Oh, you should do that. Insert things I can't do. Oh, why don't. Have you thought about doing this? Yes, I can't do it. How about this? I can't do it. Can't do that. Can't do this. Can't do any of these things that you're suggesting me. No one has ever suggested to me something that I can do that would be effective. It's never happened. That has never happened. It has never happened. I've never been suggested anything that I can do that is effective. None of it works, and I can't do any of the stuff that would work. That's the reality, and that's the fucking corruption of the system that I have to work in, where I can't do the things that would improve my circumstances, and the things that I can do don't improve my circumstances. That's the reality. Oh my fucking god, stop. That's the corruption of the situation. It's just the kind of thing where you think it's like we're at an impossible thing to get over. It's like there needs to be some kind of a revolution or something. Because this is like, what can I do? Nothing. What can I do to change it? Nothing. It's the whole system that is corrupt. The whole system where I can't compete at all whatsoever. I can't compete at all whatsoever. My illness doesn't get treated because they don't fund it. I'm on drugs which they force me to take that make me obese. Like, none of these things are going to change. None of those things are going to change. You say, okay, well, what are the other variables? Women won't like a person in that position. It's as simple as that. You take any guy. I used to be a high value guy. I used to be a high value man. You take any person like that, any high value man, and you give him ME/CFS, and you take away all his assets because I didn't have any assets because I was in high school. I hadn't even graduated yet. You take away all his assets, you give him ME/CFS, and you put him on these terrible drugs that fuck up your life, make you obese, make you depressed, make you want to kill yourself, right? Cut your testosterone in half, jack up your prolactin levels to twice the upper limit for men and women, right? And then you see how many women want him. None of them. Only the worst of the worst. Only the ones that nobody else wants because they've got stuff actually wrong with them. They've got stuff actually wrong with them that they cause, like personality issues, like uncontrolled mental illnesses, right? And or extremely obese. Do you know how easy it is to not be extremely overweight when you're not on drugs that cause you to be as such, that fuck up your metabolism, fuck up your hormones, and give you an extremely large appetite? Do you know how easy it is to not be extremely overweight in those circumstances? It's not hard. It's not hard at all. You can actually pay money to get put on drugs that work for the vast majority of people to make you lose weight these days. Ozempic and all of that exist. Like, it's a choice at this point. People choose it because it's like a lifestyle. So it's like their lifestyle is being fat, and they have like body positivity. It's a health issue. You can treat it easily. You go on Ozempic, you stop eating so much, you get a healthier diet, and you start exercising. I can't do those things. I can't actually do those things. I can't actually exercise because if I exercise, my chronic illness gets worse. If you exercise, chronic fatigue syndrome tries to kill you and puts you in like a pre-death state. It's like a pre-comatose state. And it's very painful and very uncomfortable, and it makes you want to kill yourself because of how bad it is. And that happens pretty much every time. Pretty much every time. It's like a rule. If you push too far, and too far means doing like less than 1/10 of what the average person can do in a day. It's way less. It's probably way less than 1/10. It's like an extremely low percentage, right? Take any high value man, take away his assets, and give him ME/CFS, gastroparesis, put him on antipsychotics with side effects. See how many women want him. Wait a couple of years and see how many women want him. Basically zero. Except for the extreme bottom of the barrel, like extremely obese women and women with mental issues. There was one attractive girl who liked me, and I liked her back, and then she let the like expire. Yeah, I wonder why she did that. Maybe because she was like, oh, I made a mistake. Oh, I didn't read all of his profile. I made a mistake. There needs to be some kind of a revolution, bro. Like, this is impossible. This is like an impasse. And people will think the retards on GTA wouldn't believe it, and because they're retarded. Like, you can expect that they would be like that. I used to be one of the most successful people in my schools, in my years, when it came to getting relationships, getting girls to like me that I liked back. It was very, very easy for me. Very, very easy. And now it's basically impossible. Now I can't even attract them in the first place. I'm not even attractive, let alone can I withstand or be given the opportunity to, like, have a relationship. An actual something of a relationship. Even all the ones in school were like situationships because they weren't allowed to be formalized. But um, I couldn't even. I can't even now. Girls don't even find me attractive at all. I'm like repulsive to them. So I can't. I don't even have the opportunity to like do anything with them at all. They don't. They won't even give me a chance. I can't even talk to them normally because it's immediately they're like, "Oh, you disgusting." You get rejected immediately, and then they won't even talk to you, or they just want to be friends, which is worse than nothing. That's worse than nothing. And when they say they just want to be friends, that is literally worse than nothing. That is you. If you do continue that, you're basically a cock, right? Because she's gonna get into a relationship with another guy when she feels like it, right? And you'll be like, you just like a relative, you know? You're just like a relative to them. It's disgusting. Not in a good way. They treat you like a sibling or a cousin. In the way that they find you gross to like have anything actual to do with, like a proper relationship. You might as well be gay to them, right? Find you repulsive. It's important. I'm at a total impasse. This is one of the most important things to me in my life is getting a relationship. And the reality is, I can't do it because of circumstances outside of my control, which are actually externally imposed. The drugs are externally imposed. MECFS is not treated, it's not treatable because they don't fund it well enough. It's extremely underfunded. I pay money every month to get funding and it doesn't do anything because it's nothing. It needs massive funding and they're not funding it. No one's funding it. They're putting nothing. It's so little, it's basically nothing. The amount of funding it receives as compared to how bad it is extremely off. It is extremely unequal. It receives basically nothing compared to how bad the sickness is. And it does receive basically nothing regardless, right? Gastroparesis is treatable, but the New Zealand health system has been incompetent in dealing with it with me. I'm throwing up every day for over a year. Every day after like every meal for over a year, it's melting my bottom teeth. It has put gaps between my bottom teeth from throwing up multiple times a day, every day for over a year straight, with no breaks, basically. And what is the health system doing? Oh, yeah, 6 months for a specialist appointment. What are they gonna do? Give me the medication. Just give me medication or something. This is an illness. It's treatable. This has treatment, and they're not giving me any treatment for it. They've given me nothing. They have given me nothing for it. I have no medication to take for this real illness, whereas they are totally willing to force me to take medication for a false mental illness, a bullshit mental illness that they've just made up, and they were actually claiming that these digestive issues which have been diagnosed, which are real, they were claiming that that was mental illness. Of course they were, because this is all that psychiatrists do, is claim that things that are real aren't real. When it comes to real illness, they will always claim, oh, it's not real. Oh, yeah, actually, the stuff you have diagnosed doesn't exist. That's what they say to you. That's what they say to you. They claim that in court. It's on record that they claim, oh, it doesn't exist. All psychiatrists need to be killed. There needs to be total psychiatrist annihilation. They need to be mass executed. They are the disease of modern society, largely. Fuck psychiatry. Just kill all of them. Getting a girlfriend, having a relationship matters more to me than pretty much anything. Right? Like, I think that I could manage having sickness the rest of my life, which is probably, I mean, that's the reality now, isn't it? I'm going to have it the rest of my life. That is, when I think about that, I mean, I think of that as just a continuation of the same. But when I think about, like, oh, never having a proper relationship that I actually like, not a toxic relationship, but a good relationship, that is worse. That is worse than living the rest of my life with chronic illness. That is so much worse. I can tolerate being sick. I can't tolerate the idea of having the rest of my life. I don't get the one thing that I've always wanted, you know? I spent basically all my healthy years, all my school years wanting a relationship and having like situationships with people because we weren't allowed to have actual relationships at all the entire time from 5 to 18. And then when I started liking girls at like 6 or 7, that's what I wanted from that point on, basically. That's like central to my life. Central to my life. Yeah, and now what do I get? Now I get all my opportunities taken away. The girl I liked doesn't like me anymore. You're just giving me the bottom of the barrel. It's foreign girls who want to exploit you and your situation. It's extremely obese and unattractive girls. and it's women with personality issues and mental illnesses that are unchecked, and that's it. And there was only one exception to that. She didn't message me back. Is it like this? Yeah, unchecked. It's like what else is there to say? Like, I can't have the thing that matters most to me. This is the most important thing to me. This is the most important thing to me, and I can't have it. What is the value of anything else in comparison to, you know, if that's the only thing that matters, why would I care about anything else? It is the only thing that matters. I don't care about anything else. That's the reality. That is the reality for me. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about having a lot of money. I don't care about, oh, I want to get into politics. I actually don't care about politics. I don't care. I don't care about any of that shit as long as a good situation where I have a relationship lasts. I don't care about the rest of it. It's the only thing that matters to me. Nothing else matters to me. I don't care about anything else. I just do these other things to try to improve my position so that I can get a relationship. That's the whole fucking point. That's the whole fucking point. I don't actually care about any of these other things, right? One of the only things that I really care about is like hating religion, being an atheist. Do you know why one of the main points for that is? Because that was the reason why I wasn't allowed relationships. Because I went to religious schools and the students first when I was in public school, we were considered too young for relationships and parents wouldn't allow it. And then when I moved out of public school into Christian schools, religious schools, when I was how old? When I was out of primary into intermediate and high school, we weren't allowed to have relationships. Those schools wouldn't allow relationships, and the parents wouldn't allow relationships either. They're like, "Oh, you gotta wait till you're 18. Wait till you've left school." Always, right? So now, yeah, and then it's so fucking funny. It's like the greatest. It's literally the worst fucking outcome you could ever ask for is I get sick the year I turn 18. The year I would have left school, and the girl I liked moved away the same year. This at the same time, at the start of the year. It's just fucking torture. My life is just hell. It's like I literally live in hell. This is just hell. It's just this is hell. I've died and gone to hell. That's what life is. That's what my life is. It's literally I've died and gone to hell. Before I got sick and all of this bad shit happened to me, you know what one of the worst things I thought could happen to me was? I used to think one of the worst things that could happen to me is I get diagnosed with really bad mental illness and sent to a mental hospital and put on drugs. And you know what happened to me? Exactly that. That's exactly what happened to me. It's exactly what happened to me is the worst thing I could have imagined. I honestly can't imagine a worse outcome than my current life, bro. Seriously. And it's inescapable. Can't get away from it ever. It's endless, non-stop, permanent. It's impossible. I watched like Shutter Island and I think this is like the worst thing that could happen to me, and then that happened to me. Not even for a real reason. I knew always they can come up with reasons to like justify it. And they do, and they did, and that's exactly what happened to me. And I get the impression that kind of thing was always going to happen to me, especially because of the situation I've been put into with sickness and not being able to walk and all of that. Makes you a target for them. And when they find out you're a different kind of person from a lot of people around in this country, that gives them the reason to punish you for not being the same by putting you on these drugs, branding you with one of these mental illness diagnoses. That's what they do to you. That's what they do. Why do I have to live this life? I just think I should kill myself, honestly. Like, what's the point? This is my life is my hell, right? This is my hell. That's what my life is these days. Before I got sick, I really disliked video games. After being addicted to them for so many years, I finally quit. I got off of it. I was reading every day. I was reading books every week, getting into stuff. Other things I was finding out, rediscovering what I used to do before I was on the computer all the time and on my phone all the time. I used to read books, and so I started reading books again. I don't think I was reading great books, but still, at least I was reading. And then they took it all away. I even quit jerking off for this girl, like, because I thought, oh, she's like religious, she wouldn't like it, so I quit. That was pretty hard, because I'd never done that before, and that lasted until about the next half year. Not half the year, that lasted for about a year. Yeah, for about a year. And I couldn't manage it, because the stress was too much. After I had my life destroyed. And I was getting really fit. I was exercising heaps every day, biking, do badminton on the weekends. I was eating kind of healthy. I thought I had a perfect life back in like December 2018. I was kind of stupid though. I thought I had more time. I thought I had more opportunities. You know, still experimenting with things back then. You don't realize until everything gets taken away. Like it's super fragile. Actually, it's very fragile, and you don't realize it. The fuck is that? Now my sense of relationships is just like reduced to just like jerking off to like pornography, and that's it. I have no like actual interactions with people. This is just like a really, really poor substitute. And it's like, oh yeah, no wonder women don't feel the need to do that as often because they've got like heaps of relationships. They've got heaps of friends often, and it's easy for them to get guys to like them largely. And they can even go and get sex extremely easily if they want it, right? Women don't need to choke off, and still heaps of them do. That's absurd. It's like they don't even need to. You got everything else. Why would you need to? I think people do it just for the sake of it. No, it's a crutch. That's the whole point. If you had proper relationships and you were fulfilled in them, you wouldn't feel the need to, and that's the reality. It was easier to quit when I had other things to fall back on. That's how it is for addictions and drugs and all this shit. I don't understand how easy they have it, bro. Women will be like talking about, oh, I have bad interactions with men, and that's like the worst thing in their life, right? I have bad interactions with men and women, right? But these women, they have bad interactions with men, but they also have good interactions with women. That's something that they don't say because they don't want to ever put themselves where it looks like they're in an advantaged position. They always have to be the victim. That's how women are. Always have to be the victim. No matter what, they always have to be the victim, right? They won't say stuff like, oh yeah, I've got a heaps of really good female relationships, because it makes them look good. It makes them look like they're in an elevated position, which most of them are. Most of them are in an elevated position. I don't have any good relationships. I have bad interactions with men and women all the time. Pretty much all my interactions with women are either neutral or bad, right? I get rejected all the time. They're either neutral or bad, or some bullshit like, getting friend zoned or whatever. And most of my interactions with men are bad, right? I don't have any good interactions. These women, when they see, this is how they are. This is their like sneaky, deceptive nature, with manipulative, deceptive nature, where they disguise the strength by covering it up with a weakness which may not even be less than the strength. The weakness may actually be significantly less weak than the strength is strong, but they do this to, like, you know, make their position look bad when it's actually a really good position, and they will always do this. Women must be in the victim position. They can never be in the good position because it harms their narratives where they like rely on pity to get things, right? Actually, women may have massively more good interactions than bad interactions, and then they just focus on the few bad interactions with a few men instead of the many neutral interactions with many men and many positive interactions with many women. Actually, most of your interactions are good. What are you complaining about? Most of my interactions are bad, and I'm not even going out of my way to complain about it right now. I'm criticizing the difference between the male and female experience in general, how it is in these places, right? A lot of guys don't have many friends and have a lot of bad interactions with other guys. And they have, like me, a lot of bad interactions with girls. Virtually all my interactions with women are negative when I'm trying to interact with them in a good kind of way, unless I put on some kind of performance for them, some kind of act, and I'm not myself and I'm not honest, because that's how they are, right? That's what it's like. Outside of professional interactions. And again, people will be like, "Oh, you should just change the way you behavior." I have changed my behavior. I used to behave one way, now I behave another way, and I've tried many different things in between. And it doesn't make a difference. They treat you the same no matter what. It's always the same because they rely on the same things to, you know, make judgments about you. It's always the same things. It's always your appearance, your status, how much money you have. That's what matters to women. That is what matters to women more than anything else. Reality, that is the reality, right? Maybe if you got height or your dick is really big, those things might help as well. But most women don't care that much about other things. That's the reality. These are the filters. These are the filters And after the filter, if you're filtered out, they won't even interact with you as like a proper human being. You're just trash to them. You're just refuse. This is reality. And they will find any reason to make you a bad guy and blame you for your failures. This is what they're like. They're always blaming you for the bad situation that you're in, right? They're always blaming you and then claiming that they are somehow the victim, that you're like victimizing them by just interacting with them, you're victimizing them, right? This is what they're like. Society largely, this is the thing, society doesn't care, right, about the issues that I have to deal with. The biggest issues for me are ME/CFS, gastroparesis, being put on antipsychotics, and the effects of that, and then it's not having a girlfriend. None of these things society wants to deal with. None of them. None of them society does deal with. Society actually causes, or directly or indirectly, most of these things are caused by society, right? Why do we live in this shitty, shitty, shitty scenario? This absolute dog shit life that I have to fucking live every day. Every day I have to live this dog shit life. Fucking dog shit life. It's so fucking bad. Why don't I kill myself? I hate it. I hate it every day. I have to live this shit. Every fucking day I have to live this shit. Jesus Christ, it's bad. The first three issues are the reason why the fourth one is impossible to resolve, right? And if I had the fourth one resolved, the first three wouldn't feel as bad, possibly. Possibly. Possibly I'd be able to tolerate the first three more. If I had a girlfriend, I'd be able to tolerate ME/CFS, gastroparesis, side effects of antipsychotics. I'd possibly be able to tolerate them a bit better. But no, you can't get a girlfriend because of those issues. You can't get a girlfriend that you like because of those issues. It is actually because of those issues that you can't get the thing that would make it easy to tolerate. That's how it works. We're at this fucking impossible to pass thing, right? Impossible to go beyond. We're in this scenario, right? A person like me should just resort to terrorism, literally. It's society's fault. It is society's fault, and the vast majority of people are to blame. The vast majority of people either don't care or actively support the situation that has put me in this position. The vast majority of people in society. The vast majority of people in society either support me being in this position actively, or they don't care, or they're totally ignorant. That's the reality. That is the reality. That is the reality of my situation. Either they don't care or they support me being in this position. Being in a bad position. They support that. They support the situation that has put me here. Just relying on like fucking falling in love and the dating market it doesn't work for me. It will never work for me. That's the reality. It will never work for me. I'm incapable of competing, right? I can't compete. There's no way I can compete. It's impossible for me to put up competition with these healthy people. That is the reality. I cannot compete with healthy people. It's impossible, right? This would be like having you set up the fucking Olympics and you have people in wheelchairs going up against people who can run. People, you don't even have them in a wheelchair because there is no comparison. You have people who with no legs and no wheelchair put up against people who can run. And it's not about crossing the finish line, it's about whoever finishes first, second, third gets a prize, and everyone else gets nothing, right? You finish last, you're a loser, you're lost, right? You're the worst competitor. You don't get anything. That's what this is like. That's what this is like. There is no, you know, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. There is no support. There is absolutely no support. Absolutely, absolutely fundamentally no support. There is extremely fundamentally no support at all whatsoever. At all whatsoever, there is no support. There isn't any, right? Society doesn't support people like me at all whatsoever, and it doesn't, and it won't until someone forces them to. That's the reality. No amount of education or all of these things will actually change that. It's not going to, right? Maybe a massive amount would, except that's not going to happen because the money's not there. There isn't funding for it, and that would be arduous anyway. There needs to be attention brought to the issue, right? Why is it seem like terrorism is the only option? Because education isn't going to happen, right? This is why groups, this is why they do terrorism, because they try to bring attention to issues. When people aren't listening to them, they go and bomb a place or something. And then they have to be listened to. It's actually worked for Islam. People don't criticize Islam publicly anymore because they think they're going to get their head cut off, right? It actually it actually works for Islam. It's actually worked for a lot of terrorists. The IRA and all of that got legitimacy out of being terrorists, and they largely got away with it, didn't they? Seriously. And they got an agreement with the British. I don't know if it favored them, but they had to negotiate. Seriously, because they did something about it. Nobody is doing anything about any of my issues at all. Nothing is being done. There is no support. Nobody supports me. That's the reality. People are actively against people like me. I talk to people in the game. They tell me to kill myself. They say, "Oh, you're like one of the worst people in society." I'm like on the level of the worst people in society for things that I haven't even caused. Just circumstantial issues. Issues based on circumstance alone that aren't actually my fault. I hate my fucking life. I talked to ChatGPT about this and I said, haven't they achieved basically nothing with all of this activism they've done? And it said, oh, yeah, basically. It's basically achieved nothing. They've achieved basically nothing with their activism. It's not receiving massively more funding. Why would you not become a terrorist considering these circumstances, bro? Why would you not do that? Honestly, honestly. Just blow a bunch of people up, kill all of them. What difference does it make? They're all healthy people, they've lived happy lives. What does it matter if they die, right? Nothing. What does it matter? Literally, what does it matter? Because the reality is, they've lived fine lives, full of enjoyment, etc., etc. You're not, it's not losing much. They've had good lives, right? They're not people who've suffered for years and years and years straight, sometimes all their lives, who, you know, need someone to save them or something, or that there's been no happiness there and now there never will be. It's they've had heaps of happiness and now this is the end of it. It comes to a close. It's not the same as if the victims were people who suffered their whole lives. That would be unfortunate and unfair, right? What difference does it make, really? Fucking loser. Nobody's killing anyone, you stupid retard. Does he not realize? Stupid retard. He's gonna come and kill me again because he's a fucking idiot. What? Fucking degenerate. They can't even understand the fucking pain and the suffering. They can't understand it at all. And they say, oh, you shouldn't put it onto other people. How else are they supposed to understand? They refuse to recognize the massive amount of suffering that their society causes to a large number of people, right? They refuse to do anything about it. Further, they refuse to resolve these issues, right? They don't do anything to resolve the issues. And then they say, oh, you should just take it. Vote differently at the next election. I voted for the farthest left party for like how many elections has it been? Every time after the first time, I voted for the farthest left party, and they never get enough votes to do anything. And even they don't support these issues. They don't support funding for MECFS. They won't fix my gastroparesis issue. They won't get me a girlfriend. They won't get me off of antipsychotics drugs. They won't do any of these things. All they'll do is raise the benefits a bit and tax wealthy people more. That's it. Those are the main things that they'll do. This guy's such a retard. Does he not realize we're not doing this shit, you fucking idiot? We're not even doing this shit. That's such a goofy, fucking stupid ass car. Look at this retarded NPC ramming into me. Fucking hell. Die, retard. How was he not dead? I just fired multiple rockets into him. How is he not dead? Is he in God mode? Seriously, is in God mode. No way. Either they stand by it and do nothing, or they're actively supporting it. That is the vast majority of people. That is, in reality, the vast majority of people in these countries. Either will do nothing to support you, because there is no support. These people will either do nothing to help you, or they actively support you suffering, right? Oh, no way. No way, 64. Grams. Grams. So these people have easy fucking lives, bro. Easy fucking lives. They don't know how easy they have it. They either support your suffering or will do nothing to end it. This guy's a fucking loser, bro. He's not even good. To blow himself up. Now my car's all fucked up. Not how easy these people have it, bro. Seriously. Most people have never known real hardship. The real hardship, foreign concept to them. They'll never know it. Seriously. Why is this loser still coming after me? For fuck's sake, go away. Holy shit, he's so annoying. Why the fuck is he coming after me? Thanks for playing. I don't even care about this guy. I'm just trying to drive. Why is this still on fire? I only got hit one time. This fucking loser, go away. You just got orbed. My situation is it's impossible to change without society changing. And society doesn't want to change. There's a difference between I need change to happen and people don't want it to. It's their wants versus my needs. I need things to change in order for my life to get better, and society doesn't want any of those things to happen. Society doesn't want a fairer dating market. Society doesn't want a cure for ME/CFS because it will cost money. They wanted a cure, a vaccine for COVID-19, and they got one, even though it cost them millions of dollars, probably hundreds of millions. They got one because they wanted to cure it, right? If society wanted to do these things, they would have already been done a long time ago. The reality is they don't want to. Society doesn't want to do these things. That's the reality. I hate my fucking life so much. God, I fucking hate it. Who's responsible? Everyone is. The whole of society is. Society is responsible for it. Society is responsible for the dating market, how fucked it is. Society is responsible for that. Society is responsible for the fact that there is no cure for ME/CFS. It's also responsible for the fact that there's no support for people with ME/CFS. It's also responsible for the fact that I don't have treatment for gastroparesis. That failure of the medical system is society's fault, not mine. I actually knew I had it in like 2020, and they didn't even like properly diagnose me or anything. Said I didn't need it. I could have had it diagnosed 6 years ago, and they said I didn't need it. And my father kept fucking up the health insurance, and he's done that again. He's cancelled it, so I have to go through the public health system, wasting years of my life on this shit. Years of my life waiting wasted. What's the other issue? An antipsychotic is forcibly drugging people is considered justified by the vast majority of the population. That is an extremely obvious one. That is the law. If they wanted to change it, they could any time, and they don't want to, so it doesn't change. Just kill a bunch of people. Mass killing people should be done. Seriously. Mass casualties, draw attention to it. Mass casualties, draw attention to it. It does draw attention, okay? It needs attention. It needs massive attention. Massive casualties equals massive attention. Because activism doesn't work. We know activism doesn't work because they've done activism for years on most of these issues and they never change. It doesn't matter how much attention they get to it. People don't change. They need to feel pain in order to want to change. They need to feel some pain, right? That's the reality. These people won't move until they're pushed. You need to push them out of the way by making them feel some pain, and then they'll do something about it, right? Like in Japan, a guy assassinated Shinzo Abe, and they literally did something, like he got what he wanted out of it. They fixed the issue that he had after he assassinated him. They fixed that issue. It was totally effective. They fixed the issue and he got what he wanted out of it. I hate my fucking life so much. Fuck off. I hate my fucking life. So fucking bad. It's so fucking bad, it's unbelievable. Absolutely dog shit life. Absolutely dog shit fucking life. I hate my fucking life so much. I hate it so fucking much. I hate all this shit. I hate all of it. It's all meaningless. Totally meaningless. Totally meaningless if I can't have the only things that matter to me. The rest is totally meaningless. I hate my fucking life so much. It's so bad. Jesus Christ, it's so bad. Yeah, you see how nobody fucking cares as well. Nobody fucking cares about how bad this shit is. Nobody fucking cares. People actually blame you for it, so it's all your fault and you deserve it. I've had that said many, many times to me. Many, many times. These people deserve death and nothing less. Death and suffering. Just kill them. Should be killed. Kill all of these people. Kill all of them. Seriously. How did I get killed, bro? What retard killed me? Jesus Christ. Wasn't I in the city? The vast majority of people either don't care or are actively harmful. That's reality. God, I wish I was dead. It'd be so much easier. Just kill me. Just let me die. I hate living. I hate my life. I hate my life so much. It is so bad. Just let me die, honestly. Just kill me. What do I have to live for? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I have absolutely nothing to live for, nothing to look forward to. I wish I was dead. I wish I died 7 years ago when I got sick. I wish that had happened. I wish the sickness that I got had just killed me straight away. Would have been way, way better. This is actually one of the worst outcomes I can imagine. Where you don't die, you just stay sick, and your life gets destroyed, and you see everything getting worse all the time, everything being taken away from you. That's all you get. Just kill a bunch of people, seriously. Society doesn't care. Why should I care about them if they don't care about me? They don't care about me. I suffer every single day, every day, and they don't fucking care. They don't care at all. They don't care at all. Why should I care about them then? If they don't care about my suffering, why should I care about theirs? That's the reality. Why should I care about making them suffer if they don't care about me suffering all day, every day for years straight? Then why should I care? Why should I care about them? Why should I care about that happening to them temporarily and then it ends forever? Why should I care about that? That's actually better. It's actually better when you suffer for a short time and then it ends and you just die. That's actually a better outcome. That's Machiavelli says punishments should be short and quick and sharp. Sharp enough that you don't do it again, but short enough that you don't suffer, right? That's the opposite of what I have. I have this drawn out, constant pain that never ends, right? This is the worst outcome. This is the worst fucking outcome. I wish that I had died instead of continuing to live when I got sick. I wish that I had just died. Seriously. I wish that it had just killed me. Why didn't it kill me? Why did I have to live instead of dying? I wish I had just died. I don't even want to be dead, but I wish that I had died instead of living this terrible life afterward, which has been so bad and extremely unredeemable. There is nothing redeemable about any of this. None of it redeems it in any way at all whatsoever, even slight. Not at all. Not at all. There's absolutely nothing good about this. Nothing is good about any of this. It's all terrible. Absolutely. It is absolutely terrible entirely. I'm getting off now.